Hello everybody. Today we are going to check out what's new and important in SuiteCRM 8.8.1. So let's go. Let's start with the detailed release information. So you might have seen it already on the SuiteCRM.com website. 8.8.1 is released now, and this is a bug fix and security release. So this is a little bit special because let's go through the changes. So first of all, so there was some outbound OAuth changes. Let's look into this later on. But the most important and pressing thing is this stuff here. So usually, if there are just some bug fixes, then you can decide, do you want to install it or not. Here, in this case, you don't really have the option of deciding. You are now urged or pressed in order to upgrade, because if you open those up here and then you look at the rating, there are really some higher scores here where it simply makes sense to be a bit faster and get this installed, because now it's fairly simple for anybody who potentially wants to attack your website or your CRM system from the outside. They just have to compare the two versions, 8.8, 8.8.1, see what's the difference here, and then build a small, with AI, a small whatever injection script to make full use of this. So you have to be careful, you have to be fast. So this one, get going and do the upgrade. Then we've got a couple of bug fixes. So it's always good to combine this if you do a release anyway, and most of it is security concerned, then why not already put some bug fixes live as well when you already did the testing there. So this one looks good. It's plenty. And as you can see, it's not only the new ones here for the Suite 8, but even for Suite 7, the backend basically. So there are some improvements, some bug fixes on both sides. If you have noticed anything out of the ordinary in your day-to-day work, go into this one here and check whether it is solved now. There are just a lot of couple of small things which you might have not noticed in the first place. But if so, then double check it here and see maybe it's working now and it's fixed now. So, and the other thing that's new is outbound email changes. So now you can configure OAuth email. So there have been some changes in how Google and Microsoft are accepting external apps to send emails. And yeah, that's the new way now. So with OAuth, and SuiteCRM is now supporting this in a better way. This one will still be a different video on how to configure it, because it's unfortunately more complex than the good old SMTP way. But yeah, security is bringing more complexity with it. Let's go in the CRM system and just look at a couple of examples. So you might have noticed this one if you're just starting with it. Usually you always had this red notice here, and then you went here, and the link still points to here, but the link should point to somewhere else. I'll show it in a bit. Here there were some configurations which then affected the system email outbound account. Now those settings have been gone, which makes sense. So here are the general email settings, but the outbound account of the system is now here. So you have to configure your basic email setup that should be used for like those assignment notifications, for all sorts of workflow communication. This will be set up here. And as you can see, yeah, basic OAuth, so that changed a little bit. So we've got some changes here inside the email. We'll get into the details here inside a different video. And then, as I mentioned, like a couple of lot of small things. So here, for instance, if I go into those dummy data details here, and there was one issue when there have been open opportunities with an account. So I go to the account here, and when there were open opportunities with this account, it was not possible to create a task anymore, or to log a call or similar. So just like smaller bits like this, there were mostly workarounds to it, but yeah, it didn't really function as it was supposed to function. So how to find them? It's not really like a big feature that you can focus on. What you could do if you're really interested in, you would just go through these details here, and then if it's not speaking for itself, and then you would need to click into the pull requests or into the tickets here, and then read the details. And as I said, if you didn't notice any significant issues before, then maybe things are just better for you and you didn't even notice the optimization now. So this one here, all nice to have, very good. This one here is important. So get your SuiteCRM upgraded soon, rather sooner than later. And this one depends on whether you're using it or not. Overall, I'm still looking forward for the 8.9 because there will be some more features towards campaigns and emails. And I guess for most of the product owners, project managers, and users of the CRM system, of course, they would not care about those details here. They care about features. But from the IT standpoint, from the technical point of view, these are very important. So therefore, handle those, upgrade your CRM system, and be safe in order to fix all those security issues. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.